So today is a very different and a special video because it's my birthday. Wow. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sammy J and I'm trying to impact one life, one video at a time. So today is a very different and a special video because it's my birthday. Wow. So yesterday, the 2nd of March, I turned 30. My god, the pressure is getting worse. When I tell you that for the past years, most of the time, I'll usually just pick up my phone and I'll have to type maybe 2020 minus 1994 because I was always forgetting my birthday. But ever since last year, it's like my brain clocked it. Next year, you're 30. I could not forget my age. I knew that I was turning 30. And sometimes with society and all, when women get to the age of 30, there's this pressure on their shoulders because it's almost as if you haven't accomplished certain things, then maybe your life is falling, and we can fall in this spiral of thinking, what have I done? I don't have a car, I don't have my license, I don't have kids, I'm not married, But if in your mind you say, wait, I'm going to live up to 100 years, when you reach 30, are you going to be like, I'm 30, what am I going to do? Or are you going to be like, oh, I'm 30, I have 70 more years, it's time to go. You're going to move with excitement. But to be very honest, I have been finding myself changing in a sort of way. It's almost as if my spirit is alive. My spirit has been awakened to a lot of things. And today I want to share, I'm 30. I wanted to make a video, of 30 lessons I've learned for my 30 years, but it's going to be long. So I tried to summarize to 15 lessons, what I've learned in this past years. Or sometimes it's not even for the past years, it could be that a particular season has taught me a lot of things about myself and the woman I want to be. And I want to share these 15 lessons with you guys, hoping it can inspire someone. And to the women out there who are turning 30 and they feel like, they haven't achieved enough. Girl, you are alive. I'm sure you're kicking it, but you just need to shift your perspective a little bit and realize that you're actually doing good for yourself. So my very first lesson is that God needs to be at the center of your life. I don't know about you guys, but for the past years, I have been drawing closer to God in a way that I didn't necessarily have when I was younger. When I was a child, we grew up in a Catholic upbringing, and so the monotony of going to church, singing the same hymns, that's what I knew. But when I came to Canada in 2013, I started wanting to know God on a more personal level. And so I started from 2015 trying to branch away from Catholic Church because I felt like, this is monotonous. This can't be what a relationship with God feels. You cannot be saying the same things, singing the same songs, doing the same things, and that's what a relationship looks like. So I was seeking for something more personal. So from 2015 right up to 2019, I was dabbling in a lot of things, but 2019 was the year I really made that personal decision of, God, you know what? It's me and you. One. I'm not leaving your side. I got baptized again, making that conscious decisions to follow God by myself. And it has been one of the most beautiful and important decisions of my life. Because when I tell you that God is the source, God is that ingredient that if you don't have in your life is just bleh. Life doesn't make sense. Life doesn't have juice. Life is not juicy. Life is not enjoyable because God, He's our Father. He knows us because He created us. He knows what we need, what we have, our talents, in fact, and He's the only one that can really guide us into who we need to be, right? He makes us so much better into His image, and it's just beautiful. So knowing God for me has been life-changing, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And it is something that I will advise anyone, know God for yourself. Not because your parents told you about a church or told you about a certain religion. Find God for yourself. Seek that relationship. Seek that fellowship with Him. Who is He? What does He want for you? What does He say about you? Because God is so good and He has so much for you. And without knowing Him and without living life with Him, it's really not that good. My second lesson is that, and I'm stealing this from my very good friend Chasakamga. He recently made a video too, because he celebrated his birthday recently too, and it was something I was thinking, but he put it in such beautiful words that I just had to say what you said is what I was thinking. So the second point is, change is not just about the physical, but it's also about the emotional. And when I look at the woman that I am today, physically, honestly, I've not changed a lot. I age well, to be very honest. I'm very proud and grateful for the genes God has given me. I do age well. But the thing that I've realized about myself, that I've noticed about myself, is my emotional change. The way I'm changing about my feelings, the way I react, the way I speak, what I'm learning about myself. I am becoming the woman I need, not necessarily the woman I want. Because sometimes you can want to be, I'll just take an example, maybe a boss lady, a woman who maybe it works at home. But in the season you're in, you need to be the woman who still goes to the 9 to 5. Maybe you want to be a woman, who wants to go out and party and have the soft life. But in the season you are in, you need to be a prayerful woman. So I am becoming into the woman I need to be. I am fulfilling my purpose. I am doing the things God has put in my heart, and it is shaping me into this beautiful person. I'm not perfect, but I am learning constantly every day. So change, sometimes when we look at our lives, we mostly look at the physical, what we have, where we are working, the properties and everything that we own. And sometimes we don't take the time to look at the inside, our emotions, our soul, our feelings. How are we changing? Are we learning better mechanisms? Are we leaving all the toxic behaviors and turning to the good habits? You have to take care of your soul too. It's not just about the physical, but your internal beauty. So you need to change that. My third lesson is, you are the company you keep. Guys, let's not lie to ourselves, okay? Who you associate with influences your life greatly, whether you like it or not. You could be someone who seeks God and who wants to walk on this right and straight path. But if your friends are the ones who still go to parties, want to drink, listen to all types of aggressive songs, whether you like it or not, if you keep associating yourself with those people, your ideas or your needs, your wants are going to shift to those needs, and you'll find yourself instead regressing. We need to keep people who align with our goals and our needs and our visions. It's the law of life. Walk with people who look like you. Jesus himself, yes, it's not that he let go of anyone or he wasn't accepting of people, but he had a close circle of just 12 people he would eat with, dine with, wash feet with, sometimes even just 3 people where he would go and pray with, because he understood the power of company. You need people who see things like you do. You need people who are even ahead of you that can boost you into that future or what you visualize. You need to work with people who share the same goals as you, so that you can work a life of fulfillment and purpose. The fourth lesson I'm going to share is, until you want it bad enough, you won't have it. Let's be honest, a lot of us live fantasy lives. We've imagined this beautiful aspect of our lives, what we want: the cars, the mansions, the dreams, flying in private jets, first class, and the luxury. But when it comes to doing the work, we're very lazy. It's like in our minds, it's like, if I want it, it's going to come to me. If it's mine, it's going to come to me. Even what is yours needs to be taken care of. Even what is yours, you need to steward it well, because it's not because you found a good man that you won't do the work. It's not because you found a good woman that you don't have to do the work. If you want it bad enough, you're going to work for it. It applies to relationships, to friendships, to business, to careers. You have to be disciplined enough. Even with your spiritual life, you say you want to see God, you want to know more of him, you want to experience him in a higher dimensions, but you sleep at night. You don't pray. You don't even try to fast. You don't listen to sermons. You don't go to church. You don't find a Christian community. You do absolutely nothing to push you towards your goal. How will you grow? How will you attain those goals if you don't literally sit and say, it's either I have this or I die? I know it's a little bit critical, but yes, you have to be violent. You have to have that thirst and be like, if I don't have this, then for me I failed. If I don't do this, then I haven't achieved what I need to do. If you want it bad enough, you're going to work for it. Lesson number 5. Be the person you want others to be for you. I feel like sometimes we focus so much on what others can give us that we don't focus on what we can give people. We want people to listen to us, to give us things, to take care of us, to be attentive to us, but we don't reciprocate that same energy. When it comes to relationships and even friendships, it's a two-way street. You're not just supposed to be someone who takes without giving. And what you expect that other person to be the same for them. Because sometimes people just reciprocate what they see or what they receive. If you give nothing, why should I invest in you? If I'm always the one calling, always the one trying, always the one putting in the work, always, and you're just taking, won't I be dry at some point? We have to be people who reciprocate energy, who give first, who show love first, who look for people first, who, everything you expect others to be for you, show the example by being that same thing to them first. Okay? Point number 6. Don't try to be served. Learn to serve first. I think sometimes we forget that that's what Jesus taught a lot. He was a servant. He said the greatest among you all is being a servant. Because a servant has humility. A servant recognizes his position. A servant doesn't seek more or doesn't seek to be at a higher position. A servant is in that position of loving in its purest form. Learn to serve people. Learn to, give. Learn to be in that position where people are loved, people are cared for, people are taken care of in your midst. Be hospitable. Listen to people. Be that listening ear, that caring person. In fact, be the representation of Christ. A lot of times, I know it's good to receive, but really, try giving. Because when you see the joy on people's faces when you give them something, you realize that, my God, this giving thing, it's a blessing, and he who gives receives. So let's learn as Christians to serve more, to help more, to love more. I know it ties a lot with the 5th point, but yeah, be of service and don't expect to be served. Number 7, you are first of all a priest over your life. So prophesy over yourself. I think our pastors are good, our prophets are good, but sometimes we neglect the fact that we are the first priests and kings of our houses. We are the first priests and kings of our lives. So use your mouth to speak glorious things on yourself, on your friends, on your husband, on your children. Yes, your pastor is good. He can go to him for advice. Maybe he has a prophecy for you, whatever. But build that habit to start being that prophet in your own home first. Speak life on your life. Speak life on your children. Speak life on your family. Pray over yourself. Pray over your business. Pray over your dreams. Pray over your life. Pray, in fact, manifest that glory. It starts with you. We have to stop depending on people praying for us and running to other people. Please pray for me. Oh, I'm suffering. Yes, I need this. Start stand up and take the authority. God has given you authority. You need to start taking charge of it. Start proclaiming, start declaring, instead of just asking as if you don't know your identity, as if you don't know who you are in Christ. You are powerful. You have God's light in you. You have God's spirit in you. So make use of it. Point number 8. Everything you need is already in you. I think sometimes we neglect the fact that we are strong in Christ. We have the capacity in Christ. We doubt ourselves a lot. We question and second guess ourselves a lot. God has given us gifts, ideas, visions, but we're always thinking, why me? Why not you? Why not you? Why do you think you don't have the capacities enough? Why do you think you don't have the resources enough? Why do you think someone else can do it better than you? God created you to be powerful. He created you to be so unique, so interesting, so resourceful. It doesn't matter how many people are doing things in a particular domain. If God has called you to that domain, you have something in you that the other people don't have. Stop neglecting yourself. Stop neglecting the gifts God has given you. You have what it needs to be prosperous, to be successful. So believe in yourself. Look to God, see how glorious He is, and know that that same light and that same glory reflects on you. Live in that glory. You are resourceful. You are talented. You have something to give. So give it. Don't think your gift is too small. Don't say, oh, what I'm doing is nothing. I'm just singing. I'm just cooking. I'm just, speaking and encouraging others. You don't know who is watching you. You don't know how much is a blessing to someone. So believe what God has given you and push forward with it. Go with it and trust that God is going to equip you and empower you along the way. Number 9, you are responsible for at least 50% of all the bad habits in your life. We have to become more and more accountable of the things we do. We need to stop hiding behind, oh, the devil made me to do it. Like, you're even accusing the devil when he has done nothing wrong. It's almost as if, everything bad, we just show it to the devil. Yes, we understand that that's his character. But come on, you have a responsibility to play. You are accountable for a lot of things that happen in your life. It doesn't matter the environment in which you grow in. You have a say in how you progress going on in life. We live in a society where we have so many free resources on how to be better people, on how to change our coping mechanisms, but we don't make use of them. So stop hiding behind your excuses. Stop hiding behind your past. Stop hiding behind your mistakes. Stop hiding behind your parents. What happened when you were young? I'm not disregarding those things, but you need to start being responsible. You need to start being accountable for what is happening in your life. Because truth is, you are more responsible than you think you are. Because at the end of the day, you say yes to those things or you say no to them. So what is going to be your choice? Number 10. For me, comparison is not necessarily the thief of joy. Envy is. Because, sometimes you can compare to see what went wrong and, to see how you can do things going forward. But envy, that's where the thief is. Envy, you're looking at your neighbor. Oh, why does he have that? Why can't I have that? Oh, why is she like this? Why can't I have this? You have to realize that people's yeses, people's successes doesn't mean no for you. It doesn't mean you're going to fail. Everyone can succeed in his or her lane. So you need to stop worrying and being envious of what they are doing. Stop only seeing the good things and what they are showing you. You have no idea what happens in the background. You have no idea what happens in your life. People only show you what they want to show you. They show you the glorious life, the glamorous life, the easy peasy. And when you try and you fail, they don't show you they don't show you the failures. They don't show you how they struggle or how they've been doing this maybe for years. They only come out when it's glowing and it's beautiful. That's why when you try and then you fail, you're like, oh, but they did this. Why is it not me? 1, is it your calling? 2, they didn't show you the failure. So why are you failing on your first try? People who tried 90 times and it's in the 91st try that they got it right. So stop being envious of people. Stop thinking that people's lives are better than yours. Start appreciating yours. You are doing good for yourself. You have a roof over your head. You have food. You don't like anything, clothes to wear. You're doing good for yourself. Simply strive, yes, to do better and to improve your life, but let it not be a competition. You don't have any competition, it's not a competition. So keep your cool, live your life, enjoy the things you have, and don't miss your blessings right now because you're looking at somebody else's life. It's not always greener on the other side. So focus on your lane, water your grass, and see how it flourishes. Point number 11. The areas you worry the most are the areas in which you trust God the least. This, I realized it in my life. Most of the things I worry about are the things that I took into my hands and I tried to do by myself. Because the moment I said, God, you know what? This is too heavy for me. I have no control over this. I'm letting it go. Take the wheel. The moment I let go and I give it to God, the easier it was for me to even push it at the back of my head, because I gave it to the source. I gave it to the one who knows me. I gave it to the one who has power and might and authority over everyone, and he was able to handle it. The areas you worry the most are the areas in which you trust God the less. So start trusting God with those areas. Give it to God. He knows best. Don't try to take things into your hands. Don't try to gain revenge by yourself. Don't try to hurt people by yourself. They hurt you, God saw it, give it to him. They disrespected you, God saw it, give it to him. They did you bad, in fact, give it to God and let it go. He knows. He says, vengeance is mine, not vengeance is yours. So give it to God. Point number 12. It's hard to move forward if you keep holding on to the past. Learn to heal. Holding on to the past does no good to anyone. Heal. Because that healing, it's for your own good. Forgive. 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 I feel like unforgiveness is the biggest issue that is holding us as Christians. It's like you must hold on to it because you're thinking that holding on to it is hurting them. Some people are living carefree lives even after they've hurt you. The only person who is hurting is yourself. God cannot even take you forward. God cannot put you into the new season because you're stuck in the past. You don't even want to learn from the lessons of the past. You're like, nah, they hurt me. I cannot let this go. Why? Why are you torturing yourself? Why are you hurting yourself? Heal. Heal. It's for your good. Heal. Forgive. Let it go. It's for your good. Point number 13. Take some time off. Please learn to rest. All these people who say, I'm going to rest when I die. You really die before your time. You're killing yourself morning, day and night. You're sleeping. Your mind is always thinking, what do I need to do? Oh, I have not faith. Oh, I have not done this. If you rest, are you going to die? Even God rested. He created Monday to Friday. Day 1 to day 6. Day 7, he rested. You want to carry all the problems of the world on your head. Go and rest. If you take one day off, you will not die. Take some time off from social media. If you disappear for 1 month, the world will not end. If you disappear even for 1 year, the world will not end. Take care of your heart. Take care of your soul. Read books. Try new things. Try new hobbies. I'm someone who is always home. I'm challenging myself to go out more this year, to meet new people, to make new friends. Because I cannot come and kill myself. What's this solitary life that I want to live? Oh, school, work, house, hope, kids. This life outside of all these things. So please, take some time off. Rest. Take care of yourself. Point number 14. Being joyful is a choice. I never used to understand this until I had to look at myself and I realized that I wasn't necessarily a very happy person. No, I would say I wasn't a very joyful person because I was smile from left and right, but that joy, that innate feeling in my heart wasn't there. And my husband had to bring to my attention and say, you know what, being joyful is a choice, because the truth is life is going to happen. Life is going to be hard. You're going to face challenges, difficulties, but your mindset is what changes it all. Are you always going to cry every single day because things are not going your way? Or are you going to realize that, you know what, there are certain things you can't control? So what? Move forward. What can you do? Is there a solution? No. Okay, let's go. Is there a solution? Yes, let's apply it. Joy, being joyful is a choice. You have to realize that you decide your mood. Yes, you can get angry, very understandable. You can be pissed, very understandable. But joy is a choice. So every day choose to be happy and to be joyful. My very last point is this: people are going to offend you and disappoint you and hurt you, whether you like it or not. Accept it and forgive them in advance. We have a lot of expectations when it comes to our relationships, our friendship, family members, brothers and sisters, everything. But the moment you start imprinting in your mind that, you know what, once in a while this person is going to piss me off, forgive them in advance, because there is no need for us to live in a tiring environment where we're always holding on to grudges. We pinpoint every single thing, we're taking notes of every single thing, we store things that happen, and we just say things like, oh, you did this to me, I have not forgotten. Let it go. We are humans, we make mistakes, and once in a while we will trip, fall, say something that doesn't please, say something that hurts. Have all of that in your mind. Forgive them in advance, so that when they happen, you just might say that, you know what, I already knew you were going to do something like this, but it's okay, let's move on. But please don't do it again. Let's just have this habit of letting things go easily, because it's useless to hold on to grudges, to hold on to offense, to hold on to resentment and anger, because those things slowly kill us, and we don't need that in our lives, right? We need to enjoy this life. Life is good, guys. We need to be happy. We need to live fully, love people with all our hearts. So guys, I have come to the end of this video. I hope these 15 lessons has helped someone and they made sense to someone. I know I repeated myself a lot, but you know, sometimes the biggest, or you can summarize all of this in just one thing: follow God. Because God is that person who shines light on everything. He's the one who gives you tips and tricks on how to better steward your relationships. He's the one who will tell you, you know what, you don't need to tell them that. Stay quiet. Okay, yeah, you can speak about this. Nah, this one, let it go. Be proactive. You know, the Holy Spirit really ministers in you in such a way that you realize that everything you're not doing is led by God. And because you have God in your life, He's so kind enough to guide you even in the little things. So, my God, what does life have in store for me for my 30th? I don't know, but I'm very optimistic. I know that the work God is doing in my life is wonderful, is beautiful, and God, I just trust God to, you know, keep working, and the work He has started is going to bring it to completion and to fruition. So guys, I am proud of the woman I'm becoming. I'm proud of the woman I am right now, and I know that I can still be better. So glory to Jesus, and thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for listening to me through this rant and these lessons. I hope you've learned something. If this video has blessed you, please like, share, subscribe, and you know, comment down below. Wish me happy birthday, bless me with your prayers, and you know, let's continue growing in this beautiful journey together. Thank you guys. Okay, bye. I don't even know why I'm so gullible today. Bye guys.